We're going to be dealing with secants, tangents, and segments within three different types of angles. The three angles that you need to be concerned about in these type of problems. One is the chord made up of two chords. One is the secant made up of two secants. And the other one is the tan made up of two tangents. In this case, in a chord, it is going to be the segments, the product of the segments of one chord, so this segment times this segment is equal to the product of the segments of the other chord. This segment times this segment. Segment times segment equals segment times segment. In a secant, what we have going on here is that the outer piece from the vertex, we'll call that the piece, times the whole thing, call that the whole, piece times the whole equals the outer piece of the other secant times the whole. Piece times whole equals piece times whole. In a secant tangent, there's a tangent, this should be secant. It's similar. In this case, you're going to have piece, the outer piece of the secant, times the whole equals this tan segment squared. Call that the TS, that's the tan segment, equals the tan segment squared. Now let's take a look at which one of these equations work here. We have here a secant and a tangent, so we're going to be using this third equation right here, the secant tangent equation. So let's write that out. It's going to be piece, this outer piece, ZV, times the whole thing, which is going to be Z to W, equals the tan segment squared, which is this piece out here. Let's see what our given information is. We are told that Z to W is 12, so Z to W is the whole thing, that's 12. And Z to X, which is the tan segment, is 6. And we're trying to find V to W. If we could find Z to W, Z to Y, we can find Y to W. So what we're going to do here is our piece, we do not know, that's going to be, just leave it at piece, times the whole thing, which is 12, equals the tan segment, which is 6 squared, so it's 6 squared. So we have our piece times 12 equals 36, divide both sides by 12. And the piece equals 3. So we know this is 3. So in order to get this part right here, from here to here, we simply do 12, the whole thing, minus 3, and this part right here is going to be 9.